The headliners.
Yes.
Excellent. So, Baptized in Filth is the new album.
Yes.
And how long did the whole album process take from like the songwriting to the recording completely?
Probably about a year.
About a year?
No, take that back. 7 months. Yeah. 7 months.
7 months.
Yeah.
And that's from like the start of the writing up until the release?
Up until the release.
Oh no.
Probably about 9-10 months.
Yeah.
It's about 10 months. A little less than a year.
When we were done recording it, we waited like 4 months to put it out. It was like completely done.
So yeah, so about 7 months to do, 10 to 11 months when it finally came out.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, what does the Impending Doom songwriting process kind of look like? Where does the song start, and how do they develop?
Usually starts with riffs, and then from riffs we usually jam with Brandon on the drums.
David writes all the drums.
And then we go from riffs to drums to then they show me something, and then we all kind of like brainstorm where it could go, where it should go. Nothing too complicated. It's a really simple process. It's just riff, drums, and then we just kind of, okay, get the feel of the song. Let's see where it should go, what kind of song it should be, and then kind of build layers after we get the first rhythm tempo of it all mapped out.
Gotcha. Otherwise, you should probably introduce now. We'll just go around the room. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Brandon. I play drums.
Awesome.
I'm David. I play bass.
Excellent. Might as well get you guys on here if we got you here anyway. So, the third question. My Light Unseen is kind of uncharacteristic for you guys in that there's clean singing on that track.
Yeah.
By the way, it's great. But
thank you.
Is this a sign of things to come, or is this a one-off for you guys? You think?
I mean, of course, what? You want to say something?
No, I was just saying one off.
Oh, because he thinks it's so different. Like,
no, I love that song. It's probably one of my favorite songs on the entire CD. But I mean, we're not gonna put out an album that sound all like that. I'm sure we'll do another song like that, because we always like to throw like a little different song in each of our albums, like that instrumental song on There'll Be Violence and stuff like that. This one was supposed to be an instrumental song, but just happened to put Brian Clark on it.
Right.
So,
well, cool.
I like doing like songs like that as well, but I mean, I couldn't see us doing a whole album like that or anything.
No, not a whole album, but I would hope to someday do, like, branch off, do some chorusy stuff or something. Yeah.
It's
not like totally just stay the one, 4 albums deep, 5 album deep, 6 album deep, same thing. You know, I like to do chorus and stuff like that. And
right.
branch off, make it a bigger sound.
Right.
So.
And you did change up vocally noticeably from the last albums, because you I noticed you evolved your growl a little bit more.
Yeah.
Is there any form of training that you go in to make that not to make that more defined and not hurt?
No, it doesn't hurt. It's just I'm always practicing. I'm always trying to do different things, whether it's trying to sing or trying to do a yell or trying to do something. I'm always trying to develop my voice in some way. And so from year to year, that's why like all the albums sound sort of different, because from year to year I'm usually always like hopefully developing like a better sound. I think I have. Still got a long ways to go from where I would want to be, but I think it's I like the last album the best, like vocally and production wise and stuff. So.
Right. I noticed it actually has kind of a more, I would say, a less modern production. In fact, that especially with the drums, there's a lot more natural tones to them this time around. What is you guys' take on the production of albums today? Because I know they've been getting a lot more exaggeratedly heavy, and some bands have even just kind of reacted completely against it, just like rejected it. Like Opeth, Pain of Salvation, those type of bands, just completely kind of like rejected the sample culture or the.
Yeah, that's great. That's what I love about bands like that. They're natural. Keep it like raw, you know. So. Yeah,
we B-Town recorded everything. It's not like we did. It's not like fake or anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he recorded it all, and to make it sound, you know, we did put some production into it, so to make it sound like, oh, totally organic drums, and then, you know, super produced guitars and vocals and stuff. So we kind of we added some production to it, make it a bigger sound, but everything was, you know, nothing was like fake on it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I like that raw sound, that raw tone. Yeah, we're probably gonna do a little bit more raw in the future, I'm sure.
I like to record what I can play, what I have the ability to play. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to do double bass that's like 260 BPMs, and then I can't do it. You know? Right. So that's what I try to shoot for.
Excellent. So now you guys, the latest album has lyrics really kind of directly calling out. I'm guessing this is a theme, directly calling out hypocrites for a lot of it. Did you guys kind of mean that to line up with "There Will Be Violence" stuff like that? I hate religion. I don't need a cult. The world doesn't need any more fakes. Did you kind of mean it more or less in line with that, or was there a different take on it this time around?
Yeah, it's my lyric. I'm very simple, not really deep. I'm just it's like we don't need people, just a bunch of people, you know, especially in America, just calling themselves Christians because that's what they're told to be, you know. Like, being a Christian means a lot more than just saying I'm a Christian. It's more than acknowledging that Jesus Christ is God. Like, that's fine and dandy, but if you're not doing anything about it and you're living a double life, then it doesn't really matter what you think. You know, if you're just, oh yeah, I know Jesus is God, and this totally not living a life that produces fruit that's showing it, then you're no good. You're not doing anything. So that's pretty much what that really means. Yeah, and a lot of like the hypocrite stuff is just like, it's easy to point fingers at non-Christians, at non-Christian bands, at this and this. Oh, they're so terrible, they're so terrible. But you know what? I find a lot of Christians, it's terrible when you do know the truth and you live a double life, or you compromise, or you're just a fake about it, or you're not bold about it. You know, there's just like, that stuff pisses me off more than a non-Christian, because yeah, they're not Christian. That's the thing. So I really try to not attack Christians, but I try to, like, I have songs that lift up Christians, like the biggest one is like More Than Conquerors, and I really just want to, I rather take the Christians that we have in the church and to really call them out, to really, you believe this? You know, like, kind of, everybody needs to get checked every once in a while, you know, as a Christian, because it's so easy to get in that stagnant, just like, yeah, I believe. I can't tell anybody, but I believe I'm going to heaven, that's fine. So that's really what, like, I really just want to, like, poke at you a little bit, you know, come on, like, get out there, you know, there's a lot of people out there that don't know the peace and love of Jesus, and you can say something. So, kind of where I go with that.
Nice. So, I just wanted to see if you can elaborate on the meaning of a couple of these lyrics.
Yeah.
For the unbelievers who repeatedly try to retain their faith in humanity, I promise there will be violence. Like, what, can you clarify a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, just, well, I think that anything that has to do with self-righteousness, or yourself, or your own self-esteem, your own self, if we rely on ourselves, and till the end of, we keep doing what we do and not turn, if America, you know, most of the world, but if America, we don't turn to Jesus for our hope and salvation, then, you know, it isn't, you know, just like when Jesus comes back and Christians are gone, all hell's going to break loose on this earth. That's what I believe. I believe that once Christians are gone, I think Christians are holding this place together. You know, as crazy as this world is, I think Christians are, like, God's got a perfect plan, and Christians are holding it together. And I think once it's gone, then I believe there will be violence.
Fits in with the lyrics. There we go. So, in Murderer, the lyrics state that the Antichrist will rise in an unseen world. You're getting that directly from Revelations?
Yeah. And
I just wanted to kind of see if we can connect that also into the everyone here will die, but the great fear is being left behind.
Yeah.
And hell is coming. So were you talking about, in a literal sense, the rapture? Or are you...
Yes.
Okay. And what can you kind of elaborate on either the metaphorical meaning that holds or the literal meaning?
Which one do you want to start with?
I would say, does it hold more of a metaphorical or a literal?
Well, I believe the Antichrist is rising up, is going to come to power very soon, because the next thing in prophecy, I believe it is the rapture. Like, that's the next thing that should happen in today's world. So I believe the Antichrist is coming soon, and he will rise, but he will fall, obviously, and he will be defeated in the end.
And that's with murderer.
That's with murder. That's with most of the whole life, and then being left behind, obviously, is gonna suck, because you're gonna go through the tribulation, and tribulation ain't gonna be good, and well, the last half of it, and yeah, I'm just trying to. That's like impending doom. Like, that's the thing, is like we want to like warn people about doom, like about you know, you want to put your faith in this world, into yourself or any other thing that this world like was created. It's not going to last. This is, if you can't tell already, like, things don't last. Life doesn't last. Cars don't last. Money doesn't last. Nothing lasts. You know.
Right.
Hope doesn't even last if you have it in yourself or you have it in someone else. That person, if you have your hope in a musician, an idol, and anything, those people die. Those people, you know, those people, they mess up. They're people.
Fail you.
They will fail you. Those people will fail you.
Have you guys had any bus breakdowns in the two? Had to ask because you're asking that.
A bus breakdown?
Bus breakdowns?
We just got slammed by an 18-wheeler like 2 weeks ago. Destroyed our trailer, and we had an RV before this, and it smashed the back end. But yeah, besides that, no. I mean, we were in a van. We've broken down so many times over the years. This thing's pretty cool. It's kind of held up. We've had it for like a couple of weeks, but yeah, just created things will fail you, and that's why we focus our hope and our everything we've got into being faithful to Christ.
Nice. Okay, so down to the last couple questions here. Do you remember what was the first thing that kind of gave you the urge to want to put this sort of a message into heavy metal medium? Like, what struck it off for you? Like, wow, this is a revelation. We got to do this and nothing else.
Like when I first started the band?
Yeah, like when you first got the idea to do this.
When I first started the band, I, along with that guy over there, started it with just the intention of just writing just slammy, heavy metal, dirty, fast, grind, nasty, disgusting.
Right, you were doing the in growls for that. Yeah.
Just nastiness of it all. Just, I didn't think we'd ever tour. I didn't think we'd ever do anything. I didn't know anybody would ever come to shows. The only reason I started it because it was around the time where I was started going back to church, and I was really stoked on it. And I was partying all the time, and I was just like, well, it's really empty when you just party, come home, throw up, pass out, wake up, party, come home, throw up, pass out. And some people think that's the life, but I was just over it, and it was kind of cool to start a band, because then it was just like, no, I can't go party, I can't go do this because I have band practice. I can't do this, I have a show.
Put your energy into.
It was something positive to put my energy into, and then God just totally just step by step, you know, knew, you know, now it went from not doing anything, now we could, if we wanted to, tour the whole year, you know. I would never want to do that, but it's just now God just put us in a situation where we're just touring all the time. I did not expect it at all, you know, especially the first like EP and the CD we put out was just like, I wouldn't think it would do anything, and then that music kind of picked up, and yeah, so it was something that I was getting to church, I was stoked, didn't want to just live like a meaningless life, so I just sort of started a band, and I can't even really, just got a tour and got another tour and got another tour and put out another CD, and got another tour, put on another CD. It just happened so fast. Like I was like 17, 18 years old. Now I'm 25, so it just happened so quick.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you guys have any like crazy pit stories? Like the weirdest stuff you've seen happen in a pit on stage?
I watched a guy pick up a chair, bash the chair legs into a kid's face, and bust out all of his teeth with the chair legs.
Jeez, that's pretty brutal.
It was brutal, but it was just
Kind of
hot.
Yeah.
Why'd you do that to somebody? There's no good reason to do that.
Where would you find a chair at a show?
There was like tables around, and there a fight broke out, and he just picked up one like that, and I'm just playing like. We stopped, but it was just like. That's probably the craziest thing I've seen.
Jeez. What about you?
I mean, I'm in the back, you know, so most of the time I can't really see past the first row kids, and they always tell me stuff that happens in the crowd.
I know. The cool thing is like that's expected. You know, I can name a billion. Yeah, kid got bashed in, people got bashed, hurt, hospitals. But it's like the cool thing is when the unexpected happens, and like when we play a show and someone's crying because they got like people are worshiping, people get their hands up or something like that, you know, that's like something that's like I see people in the pit with their hands up and people are moshing around them, like not even caring if they got hit or something. So that's kind of I really like that part of it a lot. That's something that's like that's refreshing, you know, more than any sort of fight, any sort of all the crap that happens at shows, you know. That's like the coolest thing when people can really, you know, get the lyrics, get where we're going. I know a lot of people don't get it because it's like, oh, how you we're heavy music, you can't do it. But when people that, you know, really understand it, really in a broken place, or really just feel the music out, get deeper into it, I think they really can appreciate it more. Like I can appreciate it, like when I'm streaming the words, it's just like I can really appreciate it because the words, and I know there's nowadays like more and more kids are knowing the words, and it's awesome getting to see them getting it tattooed on them or something. You can just see like a symbol of ours on their arms, while they're like worshiping guys. Like that's really cool.
Right.
That's what I find like.
That's the coolest.
Yeah, that's the best part.
I like seeing kids crowd surf. Like that's the only time I ever really see anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's too dark back there for me to see anything. Usually they tell me after the show, "Oh, did you see this and that?" And I'm like, "No, I only saw like the first like 2 rows of kids. So I can't see anything because it's too dark."
Right.
Yeah, I just want everyone to have a good time.
Yeah.
Rage,
Have fun.
worship,
Headbang, man.
You come to the show to have fun and take something from it. The last thing any of us want to see is, you know, a fight or someone leaving unhappy or hurt.
Right.
So
I think the fight aspects of shows when it happens is funny. The way we handle it. Remember that one time we were just joking, but this fight broke out at a church. This guy was just going around bullying like people, and Brooke saw it, and it was a lot. It was a packed show too, and this guy was he had a chip on his shoulder or something, and he was picking on these kids, and then he got in a fight, and Brooke said, you know, he's like, we don't need fights here. You know, he's like, oh, if you want to fight somebody your size, he's like, fight my drummer, B-Town.
No, he's like, you're not tough. You think you're tough? Fight B-Town. And B-Town just like.
I just stood up and threw my. I mean, I wouldn't really do it. It was just like more like a scare tactic. Like, come on, dude. Like, stop. You know.
Yeah.
It was.
I was just.
It's just
like 15-year-old kids or something.
Yeah.
It's like, you're gonna get in a. If you really want to get in a fight with him.
It was just funny because his call outs are the best. You know, he's like, you look retarded when you try to fight. You know, it's true. Kids these days go to shows to fight. I know that's just a thing. You know, in the pit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a lot of stuff like that. But it's like David said, it'd be cool if people just had fun. You know, just come out to shows and have a good time. You know, make it a night to remember, not a place to get scared and
Make it a day to remember.
Yeah.
Right, there you go.
Don't make it a day to remember. They're not within the ruins. Those are my buddies. I love those guys.
Yeah.
I love those guys. Great dudes. Great band.
Excellent. So you guys have a few more headlining dates coming up.
Yeah.
And hope those go well. Thanks for having the interview with us, guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate it.